welcome to those here in person and those watching on Zoom, and those that are looking at the recording of this afterwards. Very happy to be filling in for Johnny Jackson, who's our regular facilitator for these meetings, and I'm just again filling in for him this time to join us tonight. But very happy to have our guest speaker here, Josephine or Joe Pittman with Ooh La La Beauty Salon Studio. Studio. And she will be going through the history of, I guess, the business and answering some of the other questions that we've asked of other business spotlights later on after I'm done with the intros. But first, I guess, Tara, do you have anything to add before we hand it over to Joe?
I was just really impressed with, she did a presentation at Grant, and it was a multi-generational presentation where Miss Katie Hairston was there, repping, I think, the kind of like the older type group, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sister Josie, but then she had Lasagna Williams, who was like the middle, and then you had the effervescent Sister Josie, who had young people with her and young trendy type things, in which she talked about skincare, and she admonished me because of sunscreen and the myth related to that. So yes. I was very, very pleased with her, that whole presentation, because it did represent a multi-generational aspect of life in Marion. And I'm pretty sure Josie's going to hit on her entrepreneurial spirit that she's had since she was like knee-high to a grasshopper. And it's just a pleasure that she was able to come with such a short notice. And we want to see, a bazillion people here for this forum. And we thank Matt and the Chamber for housing this. But even the cool part is these are recorded, and as soon as the presentations are over, Matt works to edit and get those out. So I love Rashanta's, by the way, Matt. So that was a very good one. So just happy to have you at the Black Business Council, Sister Josie, and I cannot wait. Your presentation with the young people was excellent. So I can't wait to see what you have to share with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. Then I'll hand it over to Josie for the spotlight presentation. And then I'm going to quickly shift over so that we can share the screen with everybody here.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm pretty excited to share my business, my vision, and how I hope to impact the Marion community. My name is Josephine Pittman. I am a mother of two. I have two daughters. I'm a proud Army veteran. I am the owner of the Ooh La La Beauty Studio. I am a certified esthetician. I am a certified and licensed advanced hair designer, and I am an avid crafter. And before we go to the next slide, I would like to say I chose this photo for my cover photo of who I am. I was just recently certified in a process called Pro Cell Therapies, and there is only 9,000 certified practitioners in the whole wide world, and I am one of the 9,000. So I'm pretty proud of that accomplishment, and that's another service that I hope to impact the community with. So my business is located at 122 South State Street, and that is in Marion, Ohio. So I'm part of the downtown business area. How I started this business, like Tara had hit on before, I have always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Even as a little kid, I'm trying to sell stuff, I'm trying to make stuff. I have always been curious about the beauty industry. I grew up with 3 sisters and 1 brother in the household, and my mom would always have to do our hair on Saturday nights before we went to church on Sunday. And 9 times out of 10, that was the hairstyle that we had the rest of the week until wash day again. So I've always been fascinated at how you can take hair from being freshly washed in really tight coils, and my mom would press it out, change the shape of the hair. So that always fascinated me as a kid. And my mother, when she was younger, only wore Mary Kay makeup. So during that time, that was really popular, and I would sneak and use her makeup. I would put stuff in my backpack and I'd go to school. Well, one day I forgot and I came home with that makeup on. So my mom was like, well, I know you've been doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and order your own kit so that I know that you're using good stuff on your skin. So that was impactful to me, and that was instilled in me to use good stuff on your skin. So how the business started, I have had several partnerships with businesses in Marion. I have been a sole proprietor for a business in Marion. I've even done hair at my house before. And I had one client say to me, I'm going to learn Marion by following you from business to business. So I've been at this for a while. So I chose this slide particularly. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. I have had this fire inside of me to own my own business, and I've done that. And for whatever reason, it wasn't the right time. And things happened and the business closed, and I'd wait a year and I'd open another business, and things would happen and the business closed. And so I just had to take a step back, and I'm like, well, Lord, what do you want me to do? So a series of events happened, and here is where Ooh La La is. So I think it started when I was young. And like I said, just watching my mom do what she did for her 4 girls before church on Sunday, and her telling me that if you're going to use something on your skin, make sure it's going to be beneficial and it's the right thing for your skin. So that was instilled in me at a young age, and I would like to think that I have kept up with that. And so now I'm excited to share that with my community. Products and services. At Ooh La La Beauty Studio, it is an umbrella name for a lot of different independent contractors that work in Ooh La La Beauty Studio. The name of my esthetician business is Full Face. I have, and like I said earlier, everybody that works there is an independent contractor, so they work for themselves. We just share the space together. We have Beats by Bree. She's a makeup artist. She works in the space. We have Nails by Shelby. She's a nail tech, and she does pedicures, and she works in the space. We're about to take on another nail tech, and we'll announce her at a later date. And then we have Braids by Jamaria. She's a natural hair care artist. All of us together work in the Ooh La La Beauty Studio, which makes it more foot traffic for us, and we can kind of feed off of each other's businesses. So yeah. We offer hair, we offer nails, we have facials, we have lashing, we have body waxing there. We clean up and we design brows there. We do makeup and we do braids. Now we are a full service salon, almost like a spa downtown Marion. We have retail, we have retail all the time. Everyone does their own retail. And we have gift certificates that can be purchased. And then we have some unique boutique items. Like I said earlier in my first slide, I am an avid crafter. So most of the things that we sell out of the salon are things that I've made. So, and I like that. Black business importance in the community. This is a quote that I love. And it's by C.R. Cooper, who is a Black skincare professional. And she calls herself a skin theologian. And the quote is, there is an opportunity for real change and education within the beauty industry to create an industry that includes everyone and that everyone can be proud of. That is my mission. Like I said, you and I talked earlier, I have been in this industry for about 17 years. I started out as a hair designer. And what I feel is lacking in the community in Marion, what African-American lady would not love the freedom to walk into any salon, any spa, and sit down and feel comfortable enough that the provider can do their hair, can do their facial, can do their makeup to their satisfaction. I think that's what's lacking in Marion. So I feel like my business is important to the African-American community because I can provide those services. I can educate anyone that wants to be educated on how to take care of Black hair, how to take care of Black skin, how to properly apply makeup to Black skin. There are various hair textures. There are various skin tones. There are various things that our skin absolutely needs. And it is a shame to me, in my professional opinion, that someone can graduate and get licensed and not be able to serve the entire community. That has always been lacking in our industry. And I feel that Ooh La La Beauty Studio can kind of bridge that gap a little bit because we are a very diverse salon. We have various ethnicities working in our salon. And so our clientele is diverse. But going back to the African-American community or just people of color, you know, we need that space for ourselves that we can come in and be comfortable and know that we're going to get quality service, knowing that whatever's recommended for us to take home is something that's going to work for us. It's not a guessing game anymore. I take pride in what I do. I went to esthetician school because I did want to learn more about skincare. I did want to learn more about the things that plague the people of color in their skin. You know, I grew up with the myth that Black don't crack. And I'm sure Tara can attest to that. She grew up with that too, Black don't crack. Well, throughout this journey of me learning, Black does crack. And she, like she mentioned about being at the school, and I spoke to the young kids there, one of the biggest myths in the Black community is Black people do not need to wear sunscreen. Well, I'm gonna bust that wide open. They absolutely do, because number one, you got the rays coming from the skin. They're not gonna come down and say, well, because you have more melanin in your skin, I'm not gonna affect you. They absolutely are gonna affect you. The fact that we do have more melanin in our skin, we do have somewhat of a buffer from rays, but it's not nearly enough to protect us. And 85% of skin cancer can be avoided if you wore sunscreen. Let's think about that for a minute. Sunscreen is your first line of defense against the rays that come from the sun. There's UVA rays, which mean aging, and there's UVB rays, which means burning. And all that's doing is breaking down the elastin in your skin. It's breaking down the collagen in your skin. And for African Americans, like my mother, I won't say her age, but her skin, it looks amazing. She gets regular facials, yes, she does. But before that happened, over time, like the little wrinkles and the fine lines start to set in, and we go to the bathroom and we put some water on our face, or we wash our face with soap and we think we're fine. And a lot of us haven't been educated. A lot of us want to use the things that our grandmothers used or our great grandmothers used because it worked for them. We're not living in the same time that our grandmothers or our great grandmothers lived in. You know, we have to deal with pollutants. We have to deal with the ozone layer being thin. We have to deal with what they put in food. And all of those things affect your skin. So I am passionate about being a licensed esthetician. I am passionate about sharing what I know with my community, because we should be able to benefit from having regular facials, which we should have. We should be able to benefit from coming into a comfortable environment and not feeling like everyone's looking at me, or being the odd man out for being in a place like that and getting myself pampered. So I want to create the environment where everyone is welcome, everyone is comfortable, and again, just to know that they're going to get a good service, a good service. So how did COVID-19 affect my business? My business actually started in the middle of COVID. July of this year, I will have been open a full year. I did a soft opening at first because I just wanted to gauge what was happening. And then in November, we did our full-on grand opening. And I'm gonna say the first thing that it did was when you had to wear your mask, all people know was your eyes. That's all they noticed was your eyes. So the lash extension business just went through the roof. And when I went back to school to become an esthetician, my main goal was to just focus on eyelashes. I was already doing them. So I wanted to be licensed so that I could be in a salon and I could start doing eyelashes because that's what everybody noticed with everyone wearing masks, the eyes. So we wanted everyone to be attracted to the eyes. We wanted the eyes to look good. So the lash business really took off. So somewhere within the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of being in esthetician school, like the light bulb went off for me. Like, this is what my mom had said to me. Make sure that what you use is good and it's beneficial for your skin. So then I really dug into learning the different acids, learning the different skin textures, the different skin tones, the conditions of the skin, what to look for when I'm looking at you that I can say, okay, well, you do have oily skin because I can look at the signs of what oily skin looks like and being able to help young people that suffer from acne. Right now, I'm doing a couple of studies, like treatment, acne boot camp is what we call it, where they're coming in for a guaranteed X amount of treatments and we're documenting how the product that I use on them and the home care that they use is really clearing up their acne. Because if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. So I'm honored to be able to share that knowledge with the younger kids because kids are mean. Kids are really mean. I have one young lady that had to switch schools because her acne was bad and kids are mean. Kids are mean. So I think that was the biggest effect on my business, and to know that what we call masking, like when you wear your mask and it's rubbing against your face and you've got your own, what you're breathing in and coming back, it's all just landing on your face. And so people, when they take their mask off, we're seeing like acne breakouts around the part of your face where the mask was. So people are coming in to get that treated. Just COVID-19 really made people aware of taking care of themselves. And I always say, skincare is self-care. The biggest organ of your body is skin. So you have to take care of your skin. People of color simply don't know who to trust when it comes to skin. Because when you look at the ads on TV, you don't see very many African-American people being represented in the big brands. You don't see us. So I'm not readily going to just go and get that stuff because I don't know if it works for me. And when I go to a professional, they dress it up, but they really don't know how to treat my skin. And as an esthetician, I see that. They don't know how to treat our skin. So we got to tear down some myths. We have to tear them down, and then we have to put the tools in place that people are comfortable enough to ask and to come in and get the treatment. And I know I may be talking about skincare a lot, but that's my passion right now. You know, that's where my main focus is on the skincare side. I still do hair. I still do makeup applications. But I think for me right now, skincare is where I'm focused at right now. And I just think that there's a lack, and I'm here to possibly fill that gap and get people on the right path. So this is some of the pictures that we've taken in our salon. That is, of course, facials. We do gentlemen facials as well as ladies.
I think Johnny was just in there.
Yeah, Johnny came in and got a facial. bought some skincare products. So, of course, I do eyelashes. Those are all sets that I've done. We have princess parties there for little girls that want to come in and, you know, experience spa life. So those are really fun.
Josie,
Yes.
Jess wants you to go back. How far back, Jess? The
I
facials?
just want to see Johnny.
Oh, on the facials?
Oh, I didn't have a picture of Johnny at the.
I just happened to know that.
No, we didn't. I didn't get a
okay.
picture of Johnny. I did
That
not
wasn't
get a,
Johnny.
I didn't
No,
post a
okay.
picture of him.
I thought you guys said there was a picture of Johnny, and I was like, I didn't see that.
Okay.
No, he came in and got a facial.
Now, I will say, when I saw Johnny, his face did look really, really good.
Yes.
So it worked.
Yes, it works. It
Can I
works.
ask
So
a
those
quick
are the
question?
facials. Yes.
If you go back to that facials once again, I have never had a facial in my life, and it looks like there's like a lot of botanicals. Could you say more about the type of facials you provide? Because these look, I think I see lavender and things like that. So that's really cool.
We do. Those are our hydrating jelly masks is what they're called. And the benefits are I don't want to get too technical, but there is occlusion that happens and it just seals the skin. So we put serums on you, and everything that we do in facials is geared toward what's going on with your specific face. You know what I mean? It's not general. So you come in for the consultation and I gear that facial toward what you need. So these are, of course, the masks that we put on. The gentleman in the middle has on a sulfur mask because he has oily skin, and sulfur brings the oil out of the skin. Yeah, there is a brightening facial. The lady on the end, she has a brightening facial. She had some spots on her face and we did the brightening. And the other one is the lavender jelly mask. But the jelly mask, like I'll put the serum on you for whatever your skin is in need of. And then I put that mask over the top and it just seals that serum into your pores. So that's the benefit of it. It's very hydrating. So it gives you that glow when you're done. But we offer a 3-hour relaxation facial. I have the Ooh La La Deluxe Spa facial, which is all the bells and whistles. We have a glow and go, which you come in, you get a cleanse, you get extractions, you get a mask and moisturizing SPF. We do a gentleman's facial, and then I have treatments like I said earlier about the ProCell. That's one of the treatments I offer. The Regenerate is another treatment I offer, and everything is geared toward, again, what your specific skincare needs are. So there is a plethora of things that I use as an esthetician. It's all based on the consultation and exactly what you need. Any other questions?
Says she would like one.
Okay, well, give us a call and we will get that together for you. Again, the lashes, which is what I initially went to school to become, a certified lash tech, and I am that. We do the princess parties. Little girls come in and they get to experience the spotlight at a birthday party. And the one in the middle, she was my niece and it was her birthday. It's her friends. We do hair. Jamaria, my daughter, is the braider, and I cut, color, all of that. And those are nails by Shelby. And I think that's the end of the slides. Bree didn't get her pictures to us on time, so she didn't make the slide. I apologize for that. But yeah, that's the slide presentation. And again, I'm honored to be here. I think that there is a need for what I provide in this community. And I'm just going to say that I'm willing to put the work in. So I'm willing to put the work in. So thank you for having me. Questions?
For me, I guess back to, did you find any barriers with any financial institutions regarding raising capital for the business or anything like that? Do you run into any, or are there any other, like, I guess, tips for those that are looking to start a business in our community that you want to make sure you share? Again, given your extensive background of opening so many businesses, like what was some of the tips, I guess, you'd like to share
My tip would be, my finance hard to believe, but I've never had a loan. I have always been in a position to where I was able to do it. You know what I mean? So I've never had to go the route of trying to borrow money or trying to secure a loan or asking people to help me out. I have an entrepreneurial spirit, so I know what I want to do and I just do it. And that could be a plus and it could be a minus because when things come up, I didn't have capital to take care of things that needed to be taken care of. So, because all the money was on the front end. And so there's no planning for slow times, which happen every year. Every business has a slow season. There was no planning for if some equipment would go out. So each time I opened a business, I took notes. You know what I mean? Because things happen in life. So that's why the slide, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen for you. Because this time, money was saved and the business was opened and the time was just right. So I haven't had any experience with trying to get a loan or any financial backing. So I can't speak that, but I can speak about not being financially prepared to open a business. There are certain steps that you absolutely have to secure before you decide to open a business.
What have you found to be the most successful in terms of marketing your business, I guess, to the population you're trying to reach? Is it been Facebook? Has it been, what's been, I guess, some of the things that have worked really well for you? Billboard or?
My marketing tool is word of mouth. That has been the most successful for me. You put a good product out and people hear about it and then they come. And then as I was adding new services, I would communicate that to the people that were already loyal clients of mine. I built that trust with them, that rapport with them, and they trusted me. So my biggest advertisement, I would say, would have been word of mouth, just doing a really good service, providing a really good product, and people heard about it. I had it, and Facebook, I'm gonna say that. I had a lady call me last week from Florida. She's moving to Ohio. She saw my Facebook post and she wanted to secure a lash tech before she got here. So when she moves to Ohio, she's already on my books. I am her new lash tech. So I thought that was pretty good. So results, if you post pictures of results, which is what people want, you can say I do X, Y, and Z, but if you don't have any results to back it up, then people are kind of leery about it. So when I post pictures on social media about this is what it says it will do. Now here's a picture of what it actually did. And people know the people that are in the picture. And so they're like, well, I'm going to come to her then because I know that that's true. So Facebook and Instagram have really been good to me. But ultimately, it's been word of mouth.
Do you have for testimonials then for word of mouth? Do you
Oh, absolutely.
And post something like that?
Yes, they do. And people I always get permission when I do a service if I can post their picture. And so sometimes it's no, most of the times it's yes, and I'll post the picture and they'll comment. And then people will see it and then there you go. It's like a chain reaction. So, and again, just being available and standing by what you do. Consistency.
Making sure your hours are set or whatever.
Yes.
People know what to expect, I guess.
Absolutely. And having what you need. Because I'm always anxious about someone coming in and showing me a picture of something I want, and then I'm not able to provide that. So I'm real conscious of my supplies. I'm always conscious of supplies. And I had a lady that was allergic to eyelash extensions. So then I started ordering vegan lashes. Who knew?
Wow.
So I have a whole line of vegan lashes. And it's working. It's working for her. So
any for those that are going to be possibly working with family members, any tips on working with family members in your business?
absolutely. You have to remember that it is a business. Both of my daughters work at the salon with me. My youngest daughter is the salon coordinator. So she's the one that takes charge and handles all the business of the salon. My oldest daughter is going to be the braider in the salon. And again, she's excellent at what she does. But for me as a salon owner with my kids and the other ladies that work in the salon, I have to remember that this is a business, you know. I'm personable, yes, but when it comes for the business aspect of the business, then it's got to be the business aspect of the business. So we laugh, we have a good time, but we're always aware that this profession, sometimes it's lax. That's not what I want to project to the community. You know, I want them to be comfortable. I want to always be mindful of who's there. So I try to keep business business. So.
All right. Any other comments from Tara or Jess here?
Yeah, I was thinking too, I like your crafts, and I bought a water bottle, remember, at First Thursday. So does
Yes.
or first whatever when at
Downtown, yeah.
yeah. So I like those. So I have two questions. One is, does the fact that you're the boss of Ooh La La, will that allow you to still participate in those type of venues where you can get out and showcase your crafts? And the other question is, let's say I wanted to buy 10 Marion Voices mugs or whatever. Can you mass produce, or water bottles or jewelry or whatever? Can is that a service that you still provide or no?
That is a service that I still provide. I have done business with Huntington Bank. I've done business with OSUM, mass producing mugs for them. I have done T-shirt orders for people. That's my, how can I put it? That's my Zen space, my craft room. That's my Zen space. So absolutely, I still take orders. Might take me a little bit longer to fill them, but I still take orders. You can even see some of my product, like I said, in the studio, because most of the things that are for sale are things that I have made. Mother and I, we still ride the crafting circuit. We just do. Since it's opening back up, and I am actually hosting a craft show out at the Sunny Acres Barn in August of this year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still, and that's one of the pluses of being the boss. You can make your schedule. So yeah, I'm still going to participate in craft shows. I still take orders for larger orders. So yeah. Yep.
Well, I love my water bottle. It just, so, and you kind of honed in on my personality, because I was waffling between two of the water bottles, and you said, no, Tara, this is the one for you. And I chose, you know, the one that you thought was best for me. And when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, that is me.
That
you
is
know,
me.
yeah. So I appreciated that, and am glad to know that. But that's the under advertised part of what you do. And I know your mother is a crafter as well, or does she still craft?
She does. She does. She's gearing up for the season now.
She make earrings.
She makes earrings. She makes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful necklaces. She makes the quilted bags. My mom is a jack of all trades. I mean, as her daughter, she amazes me. She amazes me. I feel like she is Superwoman. My mom is Superwoman.
And she makes some amazing jewelry too. And one time I only stopped to buy one pair of earrings, and I had to come take the credit card out. I was like, what?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes. She my mom had a terrible bout with COVID. I'm just gonna say it. And for a while, she didn't have the desire or the drive to do any more crafting. So it's pure joy when I call her and she can't answer her phone because she's in the sewing room. You know what I mean? She'll call back later. I was in the sewing room, and I'm just like, okay. So yeah, she's back in the swing of things.
I love that multi-generational gifting. I love it. You know,
my granddaughter, I don't think I said anything. She has an entrepreneurial spirit. She has a business and it's called Pretty Pine Cones by Mia. She's got a Facebook page. People get on there and they order pine cones and she sells pine cones. She picks them. We together wash them because I don't allow her to get in the bleach water. We wash them, we put them in the oven, we dry them out, and she paints them and sells them. So, like I said, she has her own Facebook page. She's 6, she'll be 7 in April, and she's had her own business for 2 years now.
Wow.
Selling pine cones. Who knew?
4 generations, right? Is that 4?
Yeah, that's 4 generations. Yeah, and my granddaughter JJ, who is related to Miss Tara, she can braid hair and she's 5. She can braid, like not I'm twisting the hair up and putting a rubber band on the end of it. JJ can 3-strand braid hair and she's 5. So yeah, I love it.
Are the craft items sold at your studio, the generation?
Mia doesn't have any pine cones in my studio as of yet. Mia's pretty particular about what she does, and she's excited about the craft show in August. So she's afraid that if she puts them in the shop and they sell, then she won't have enough for the 3-day craft. So she's kind of waiting. But yeah, she's got her whole little corner in the craft room, and she paints. And if you get on her page, you can see her picking pine cones, riding her bike with pine cones in the back and bags on the handlebars. I mean, she's serious about it too. So.
What school does she go to?
She goes to the Marion Preparatory Academy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But generational entrepreneurials here. And I'm here for it.
I know you are.
I am here for it. Whatever I can do to help. And I feel that way about the community as well. Like the young lady that she and I are going to be, hopefully she'll call me. She'll reach out to me about wanting to know more about being the esthetician. And then the young lady that is the eyelash young lady. So I'm all about community involvement, and anything that I can do, I'm available. And I've said that at the last meeting that we had at the grant, I'm available. So.
Tri-Rivers Career Center has, some of this programming. Is that something that should be fleshed out more, I guess, to make sure it can be a diverse training? Or have you talked to them, or is there any?
I'm actually scheduled to go to Tri-Rivers on April the 20th to do a presentation and to be with them through their theory and teach them something about Black hair care. So the 20th of April, I'm going to be at Tri-Rivers. So nice plug there. Yeah.
Jess, any? Yes, Jess, you have your hand raised, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is not anything real to offer yet, but Marion Voices is currently grant writing for the 2nd annual Marion Black Joy Summer Fest, which is the festival we launched last summer. It's at the end of the Juneteenth season. We're hoping to do it on June 25th. We just wrote a grant to the Community Foundation's Racial Equity and Justice grant for it. But part of the plan, we had a few workshops last summer. We had Miss Watona Hurd and Miss Jessie Thompson taught line dancing. This would be an incredible venue. And we're planning this summer to have some narrative stage events where Black culture keepers are interviewed and share their work, and also some paid slots for demonstrations and performances. So I just wanted to, give a heads up that I think it would be wonderful to have you either share your story or maybe do some, I don't know if you could live, do hair or things like that, but I'll definitely keep you in the loop. As we fundraise, we're going to be reaching out to some Marion businesses. We already have some interest in sponsoring it, but that would be coming up in June. And we also had vendors last year. It was our first year, so we didn't have a ton, but if we're able to do it this year, we'd love to have vendors too, for you, but for your whole family, Mia, all of that. It would be awesome to have you guys out. So I'll just keep you in the loop, and it's great for us to know what you do so we can try to fund and feature you in future Marion Voices events as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Josie, thank you so much for the presentation. Some great information, not just about your business, but also some great tips and information for folks opening their business and trying to, succeed here in our community. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Ooh La La Beauty Studio. We are located at 122 South State Street. That is in Marion, Ohio, 43302. Our phone number is 740-692-6139. Our Instagram is Ooh La La Beauty Studio, and our Facebook is Ooh La La Beauty Studio as well. My email is jos.dezins@gmail.com. So it's joesdesigns@gmail.com. Thank you so much for having me.
Perfect.
Such an amazing presentation. So
Thank you.
amazing. So you 2 times, I'm telling you, I am just so impressed, not only by your perseverance, by your strong spiritual sense and believing that God has a plan for you, but also your professionalism. It's been amazing these last couple of weeks. And I will be calling.
Please
I will be
do.
calling. I will be calling.
Please do. We have a 20% off coupon, so
I got one.
I got you. Oh, you got one already? Oh, it's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, give us a call. We'd love to have you there.
I will.